Hello and welcome. My name is David, and this is the video I promised y'all about this really obscure game. Alright. This is, I believe, the beta phase of it because the instruction manuals for the game are over here and the decks are inside of here. Let's get to the opening. Hard to believe that this game was made in 1994 and there's still cases, or boxes I should say, that have never been opened. Yep, Towers in Time. If you want to see it, there's some info on it. Contains 12 per pack. I know that's kind of bad looking, but hey, what you need to do, this is my first box opening. Crispy. And there are the sealed packs. And just because I'm a dweeb, I'm going to open it and flip it down. It would have been or wanted to be displayed about 22 years ago. Hard to believe. Alrighty, let's go into one of the beta or one of packs. It's got all the info, limited edition. I always have a problem with these because they're not the world's most fun thing to open. Ah, I finally got it. They really decided that they wanted to keep this thing well sealed. There we have a land. Yeah, this is why I think this is actually still the beta phase, because this card says send us the 5 back that you don't want in a sealed envelope, and they'll send you 5 the one that you do want. Alright, then we have, I'm going to call it Jorn Healers. May prevent up to 2 damage from a single target creature. And the Karak regulars, which the art on these, I'm such a nerd, but I love the way that the old, like, early 90s art looked, because it just had its own distinct feel, even though this looks like it should be a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That is Disrupt Transport. Target creature or object is discarded, must be used the phase after the target is transported. So this style always reminds me of the older, or the really early 90s edition Magic the Gathering cards. And Humble. Target may sit in subordinate spot in tower. Necklace of Elements. Immune to all elemental effects. And Hills. Here's a Desert. I think this is a fire and a grass type. Immune to water elemental damage. Summon Wraith. Median creature. Doesn't this kind of look like a really early version of what's the main bad guy, or the main guy from Diablo 3? Solid Ground. Target army gains +2 attack and +2 defense. Mjorn Elf Healers. Their hatred for evil is so great, they are empowered in combat with evil. May be triple empowered. Staff of Protection. Forest Fire. Which that is just a nice looking piece of art. There's a lake. and a hot spring. Mjorn Elemental, Flare Beetle, Mountain Dwarves in power if mountain sourced. Alright, Barbarian Raiders, Power Orb, a nice river, which that looks more like a tropical jungle to me. Firestorm. Another Mjorn Elemental. The Mad Norseman. March Orc. The Sea Elf. And a Seal. See, you guys can see a little better. Flare Strike, or Flame Strike, sorry. Destroys when target or creature does not require vulnerable target. Ah, the Titanic Killer. There's Thunderhead, which, gotta say, has cool art. Mjorn Elemental. Different Mjorn Elemental. This is silly, but it's nice looking art. Sea Elf Marines. An Eagle. Mjorn Elf Scout. Valley of Fire. A Mountain. Another Mjorn Elemental. Different Mjorn Elemental. A Fireball. Sea Elf Galley. Wolverine. Acer's Iron Golem. Manareth Dragon. Valley. Ace. That one's just freaky looking. Dwarven Militia. A Volcano. Target source is now a fire source. Ice Wall. That kind of looks like graphic destruction. And a Dwarven Rifleman. Alright, this has been the first pack opening. Just because I'm curious, I think I'm going to open... Oh, I missed one card. Yeah, since we're just getting people new to the game, they have their own symbols for everything, which is on a separate card, which I thought was just kind of a cool thing to do. I think just to make sure that the starter decks aren't all the same, let me see if there's a way to differentiate what type they are. Edition, Towers. Let's open this one and see if she is different. If she isn't, I'll be disappointed. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to make a quick announcement around here. I'm going to be going to ColossalCon this year. I'm leading a few panels, and I'm actually going to bring the few of the starter packs with me. So if you do see me there, I might just give you one. What I'd really love to do is have it to where someone whose birth date is the same as this game, which is just anyone born in 1994. Just come up to me with your ID and prove that you're from 94, and I'll give you one of these starter packs. Oh, if I have enough left over type deal. Sticky stuff. Yeah. So I know I cheated and looked at another pack from another case, and the creatures that were inside of that were much different than that starter. So I think there are a few different types. The only reason I have to go, I think, is because I can find next to no information about this company, which is Thunder Castle Games. Alright. Mjorn, Orcs, Dispel, Dwarven Rifleman, Empower Tower, Boots of Speed. Yeah, so they are a little bit different. Firestorm, Dwarven Elemental, Cloaker, Armor, which that's kind of cool looking. Diffuse, Holy Shield, Cloud, Thunderhead, Mjorn Elemental, Summon Spectre, Flare Beetle, Pirate Ship. Everyone loves pirates. Mjorn Delft Dealers, Wand of Stone, Wind, Forest, Mjorn Elemental, Dorn Militia, Marauders, Pirates. Yeah, so it looks like each one of these starters is different, which does make this kind of a lot cooler. Visibility, Zephyr, I believe is how that's pronounced. Desert, Mjorn Elemental, Mjorn Elemental, Wall of Fire, Cone of Cold. Hated getting hit with that in PvP in World of Warcraft. Eagle, Great Strategist, and a Valley of Fire, and a Mountain, and a Mjorn Elemental, a Flare, Disrupt Transport, which looks like it should be a Yu-Gi-Oh card, Falcon, Ulath Healer, Karak Olive Bombers. That looks kind of scary to me. Lake, another Mjorn Elemental, looks like someone's face is getting washed away. A Heal, Breathe Fire, Lightning Reflexes, and a Scorpion. Just to cover all the bases, I think I am going to open one more pack. Because if everything in there is also different, then I'm just going to save these. Because I have 20 others that are unopened that I'll probably save for Colossal Con to possibly hand out to people. As long as I have stock, I'll try and hand them out. And I'll even possibly, depends upon how I feel, because I do always get a case of shinies when it comes to cases of stuff. I really love to see what's inside. Because coming up next, which we'll probably do as the same video, I will actually open up a few booster packs. Because yes, the game, even though it seems like it was in beta, because like I said before, I can find next to no info on this, looks like they did release to the public booster packs. And the only thing I don't like about the booster packs, from what I've read and everything, is instead of them being 15 like Magic, they're only 8. Which, the game was still in beta, so I can understand it having only a limited number of stuff. And if it's not in beta, then sorry, I just can find next to no information. Like, the company doesn't even have a proper Facebook page. And every piece of info I've tried to find on this company has just been like auto-populated or just something that was stated by another person. Alright, we have a Plains, the card, a Mjorn Healer, a Rifleman, a Diffuse, an Orc, a Rifleman, a Crown of Command. Yep, looks like this one is slightly different too. A Forest Fire, a Hill, a Forest, a Mjorn Elemental. It looks like it should be a Black Mage right there. Another Mjorn Elemental, a Dispel, Dwarf Cannon, a Holy Sword, a Cloud, a Mountain, Mjorn Elemental, another Mjorn Elemental, a Fly, which, yeah, still looks like, I can never remember his name from Diablo 3. Alright, Dwarf Catapult, Mjorn Elf Cavalry, an Orb of Nullification, Wind. Be funny to make a Captain Planet deck. Thunderhead, Mjorn Elemental, a Flare Beetle, Strength of Stone. That is such early 90s card work. Barbarian Thralls, Assault with Stone, a Zephyr, a Hot Spring, Mjorn Elemental, a Karak Regulars, Marath, Orc Catapult, Armor, Eagle, a Assassin. Wow, this one has a huge amount of text. May do 8 damage to living target that is not vulnerable. However, damages target is vulnerable. Cool. Valley of Fire. A forest. You're an elemental. A mad Norseman. A fireball. Sea elf guard. A falcon. Uknik Trak Prince. Amosad Prince Trakat challenges you, which is probably a reference that not many people are going to get. A valley. Another Mjorn elemental. A heal. A volcano. A sea elf marines. And a wolverine. Alright. Now the fun part. All in all, so far, from everything I've seen, I really like the artwork. It's just got that, I hate to say retro, but like nostalgic, early 90s artwork vibe. Which, to me, is kind of a cool aspect to have on it. But everyone has their own opinions on stuff. Alright. Ooh, shiny. I think this came with... Let me check. 60 packs. I'll only open 10 packs on camera. Just because shiny effect. I'm trying to keep the crinkle down as much as possible, so I'll just slice it open. We have an Essence Enchantment. Wow, this game is so beta it's not even going the right way. Karak Regulars. A Sword of Swiftness. A lake that's upside down. A crown. A wind. A volcano. And a Wrath Orc Catapult. So, interesting cards. And I can't find any info on how to figure out what the rarity system is in this game. So, we might be looking at a lot of the same cards. We might just get it all completely different. Just all depends. Alright, we have a Zephyr. A Mjorn Elemental. A Walking Dead. That is funny. A Lake. Dispel. Barbarian Raiders. An Upside Down Disrupt Transport. And a Mjorn Elemental. That's 2 packs. We have an Orb of Dumar. Just interesting artwork. Alright. Mjorn Elemental. An Antlion. Another Mjorn Elemental. A different Mjorn Elemental. A Mountain Dwarves. Which is kind of cool. Almost had Leet, but not quite. A Karak Regulars. And a Mountain. Which that mountain, it's got really pretty artwork on it. Since I'm really sealing these packages, if I get enough likes on the video, I might just do another entire much longer video where I open up every single one of the starter packs and the boosters. But that would only be if the comment section really does want me to do that, just to see everything that's in there. Alright, we have a March Work. An Essence Enchantment. Target creature gains 1 temper, 1 attack, and 1 defense, and has magical attacks. May also use its temper to cast white spells. A Karak Dive Bomber. I think I call it Olive Bomber previously, but it's actually Dive Bomber. Alright, Dwarven Rifleman. A Wand of Frost. Dwarven Militia. And a Mjorn Elemental. That is some crazy bad looking fish. Alright, so that's 4 packs down. 6 more to go. Alright, here's a Lars North Raider. Or, sorry, Lars North Raider. Oh no, all the fire's coming out. Oh, there's coming back in. A Breathe Fire. A Summon Wraith. A Lake. I don't know if it's Mjorn or Jorn. Well, I'm just going to continue calling it Mjorn. A Mrar Salamander. A Mjorn Healer. And a Valley of Fire. All in all, the artwork is just cool looking. I know this game never made it popular because you can find next to no information on it, but I like that old art style because there was care, there was effort taken into it. A lot of the stuff I see nowadays just looks like mass-produced stuff. Alright, an Essence Enchantment. Dwarf Catapult. A Levitate Tower. Target tower levitates. All creatures in it may defend against flying creatures. You're an Elemental. A Diffuse. Wall of Stone. And this gets my seal of approval. Yes, I know it's a horrible joke. And a Thunderhead. Alrighty. 4 more packs to go. Oh, and one other thing I do want to say at Colossal Con. Since I have 24 of these and I only really need 1, I may just hand out these to random people inside of the panels I'm going to be running, which are the Hidden Ninja panel and the, what is the other one? Channel A Hull. Lot of fun. Alright. Sorry, shameless plug for my own panels. Alright. I have a Hot Spring. A Firestorm. A River. A Mjorn or Jorn Elemental. One of these days I'm going to figure out how it's supposed to be pronounced. I'll be really mad if it turns out that that's not actually an M, but actually a symbol for rarity. A Mjorn Elemental. A Thunderhead. A Hot Spring. And another Hot Spring. Very Hot Spring laden deck. Alright, I believe there's... Let me get my quick count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 3 more packs. Alright. Falcon. Do not punch. A Mjorn Elemental. A different looking Raise the Dead. Oh no, that other one was Walking Dead, or Walk Dead. Right. Wall of Flame. A Volcano. A Bow of the Glade. Another Mjorn Elemental, which This looks like it should be a leaf, or a leaf Pokemon. And another Mjorn Elemental that I just want to say, release the Kraken on. Alright, 2 more. Oh, sorry about the flicker on the camera. It's that silly auto sensor in it is just freaking out because it's light dart, light dart, light dart. Alright. We have a wind. A flood. That doesn't look like it's fun. Dwarf Home Guard. The dwarves in here are just cool looking. Ulath Healers. This must be a common, because I've seen it in every one of the starter decks. A Murnath Hork. Wow, that looks painful. A Mrath Ogre. I'm starting to think that is not an M, but actually a symbol for monster. Because that would make it a Mjorn Elemental. And another Mjorn Elemental. Yep, I think that is in fact a symbol for monsters. Let me open, or let me, right, these are the final 2. And no, I didn't weigh the packs to figure out which ones to open. A Mjorn Elemental. A artsy fartsy Summon Spectre. A Mjorn Elemental. Another Mjorn Elemental. Oh, does anyone remember the old, what was it, God of Thunder game, which was a, was an early version of Bubble Bobble, which that game was just too much fun to play as a kid. Sorry, I'm old. Alright, a Dwarven Militia, an Antlion. Is that the top or the front? It must be the top. For a second, I thought that this was like a, what was it? There used to be a website called Elfwood where people could submit their artwork. This looks like one of the art pieces I saw someone do as Captain Spock on a pirate ship. And an iceberg. Alright, we have 1 pack left, and I'm trying not to stab myself with my sharp. Alright. Final pack. And we have a Pretty Lake. A Flaming Sword. Which, the artwork on it with the dragon biting, it's actually pretty cool. A Firestorm. A Mountain. A Mjorn Healer. A Mad Norseman. A Mrath. And a Destroy. Ooh. Alright, and just to satiate my insane curiosity, I'm going to do this on camera just because I'm an idiot. I'm going to check that silly first card that's on here. Nope, not you. I want that other first card. Come on. Or you know what would be a better idea? To look at one of these instruction manuals. So I'm betting that this would probably help me out. Ouch. Oh, Rubber Band made it 22 years and I snap it in a minute. Alright. Magical attacks, regenerate, fly. Attributes. Flame, lance, orc. Totems. Instance. Statuses. Yeah, this is actually really thick paper. And oh, that's actually how the field of battle, if it will show up properly on there, is supposed to set up. That, yeah. And you think some of Magic's rules are crazy hard to do. Yeah, there's even specific ways of playing this game if you're having more than 2 people play. Like, it has its own built-in two-headed dragon set of rules. Alrighty, well, this has been Tower in Time. Alright, have yourself a wonderful day.